it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be giving you some recommendations for things that you can read on the beach or by the pool. You know, we're at that time of year where people are going on holiday, you know, and want to be thinking about things that they can read that will capture their attention, things like that. I always think about beach reads as being those reads that you can't put down, but are also, you know, quite light and fluffy, that are not going to require you to think really deeply about things, but also that have that slight edge of, okay, there's something in there that's a bit more deep to kind of keep me going. I hope that kind of makes sense. So I've picked out 5 that I think are perfect for you to read either on the beach or by the pool, so let's jump in. The first one that I'm going to recommend is Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. This is a sort of, sort of like domestic thriller mystery. It's set in Australia. It follows a group of 3 friends who are all mums, and they lead very different lives, and it talks about their lives during the book, and I think each chapter is told from somebody else's perspective, but you know from the get-go that something has happened, but you're kind of reading events before that, sort of leading up to whatever happened. This was totally captivating. I couldn't put it down. I found it. I found the characters so realistic, but at the same time so relatable. You know, she was writing about things that, you know, are really relatable to women in this particular situation. You know, with young children at school, and, you know, contemplating what their lives are like at that particular point. And there are also some really quite dark things in here as well. So yeah, it was just absolutely fantastic. The perfect thing to read whilst on holiday, because it will grab your attention and it will make you think on some levels, but also it's just going to be one of those things where you will have a great time reading it. I've only just finished watching the first series of this on HBO, and I don't know what took me so long to watch it, because it was amazing. If you haven't seen the first series of this, because obviously I think the second series is sort of ongoing now, I think, on HBO. It is HBO, isn't it? Or is it Sky Atlantic? Well, whatever. I think it's HBO. Oh no, it says it's HBO in there. So yeah, and the TV series, in my opinion, was so well done. I love the cinematography, I love the music, I love the acting, I love the camera work. It was just brilliant. So that's another good little recommendation as well. You know, you can read this while you're on holiday, and then you can get home and you can watch the TV series. Next up, I want to recommend The Lido by Libby Page. This is a contemporary book, and it focuses around 2 female characters called Rosemary and Kate, and they are very different in age. So Rosemary is in her 80s and Kate is in her 20s, and they come together basically because the local Lido is due to close. So Rosemary has been going to the local Lido ever since she can remember. It's where she met her husband, it's where she learnt to swim. You know, she has lots of very lovely memories, and now that the Lido is closing, you know, she's devastated. She wants to obviously do something about it. Kate works for the local newspaper, and at the beginning of the book is sent to the Lido to interview people that are there, to kind of find out how they feel about the fact that it's closing and things like that. And it's about the friendship that forms between the 2 of them, sort of this unlikely friendship. But it also is about sort of local communities coming together. It's about the idea of loneliness and friendship, and there were just so many great things in here. I actually have a review of this up on my blog, so I will leave a link to that in the description box down below, because I go into a lot more detail about why I really liked this. And I have a hardback copy here, but this is, I believe, out in paperback, because obviously lugging around a hardback on holiday is not always great, and obviously you can download this on your Kindle as well. But yeah, another really summery read that I think would be perfect for holiday. Next up I want to recommend The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. This is B.A. Paris's first thriller. I've not read any of her other ones. I've got her 2 other ones on my shelf, and she's actually got a new one that's coming out, I think, towards the end of this year. But this basically follows a woman called Cass. And Cass is a teacher, and she's just breaking up for the summer holiday. And she's been sort of out with her friends to celebrate sort of the end of term. And she drives home, and her husband, you know, tells her, be careful when you're driving home, make sure that you don't drive down that road, because, you know, there's this particular cut-off road that is through a forest, and, you know, he obviously doesn't want her driving down there. But I think it's when she's driving home, it's absolutely pouring down with rain. She just wants to get home really, really quickly, so she decides that she's going to go down there anyway. And she sees a car pulled over and a woman, and she sort of pulls up and doesn't get out of her car, but sort of asks the woman if she wants any help, and she doesn't get a response from her, so she sort of like just goes home. And then the next day she finds out that this woman is dead. And it's about the mystery surrounding that. And the fact that this is set during the summer months, I think the setting itself is really really captured my attention in terms of, you know, it's the perfect book to read during a holiday, but also, you know, this really kept you on the edge of your seat, and I kind of felt like I both sort of guessed what was going on, but sort of didn't at the same time. It really did surprise me. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one, and obviously thrillers are great things to take on holiday. Then I want to recommend Life of Pi by Yann Martel. This is obviously a book that's been out for quite some time now. Let me just see when this was first published. 2002. But it's a book that I think that not everybody has read, and they really should. And I think it's perfect for a beach read because it's a survival story, and I always kind of feel like, you know, those kind of stories that are about survival and, you know, what you have to do and those sorts of things, they smack of adventure, they smack of, you know, pulling at your heartstrings and things like that. And I just think that makes it the perfect beach read. But also, he obviously gets stranded at sea. So I obviously, in case you're not aware, this is a book about a boy who, what's his name? Pi. Life of Pi. Why did I not know that? Stupid. Anyway, this is about Pi, and his family run a zoo, but they decide to move this zoo or to make a new life, and they're sailing across the ocean with all of these animals ready to take them somewhere else. And then this big storm happens, and Pi gets shipwrecked, and he only has a boat, but in this boat are a tiger, a zebra, a hyena and an orangutan, and then him, and he has to basically, it's about him surviving. It's brilliant. So you've obviously got the whole ocean thing, which is obviously, you know, I think really makes it maybe a beach read as well. I don't know, with this one I just feel like it's really good. It really captured my attention, and you know, you've got the ocean, you've got the heat, you've got the adventure in here, and yeah, I just think it's perfect. And then go watch the film afterwards as well, because the film is fantastic. And then for a YA recommendation, I've got The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. This is a book centred around a summer camp. So it's about a girl called Lucy, and Lucy works every year at her parents' summer camp, but her mum her cancer has come back, so they decide that she needs to go to this other summer camp, like sort of help out this other summer camp that's for sort of troubled children. And it's about her experience there, but it's also about her meeting somebody called Jones, and you know, the romance that happens between the two of them. And because it's got that summer camp vibe to it, I think it's just the perfect beach read. But also it's got something to tug at your heartstrings as well. So I think, you know, there's that thing to think about as well. And I really like Emery Lord's writing. I need to read more by her because I think she's a great YA writer. So there you go, guys. They are the 5 books that I want to recommend for, you know, perfect beach reads, or, you know, books to read by the pool. I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments below. Have you got any recommendations for me and other people in the comments? What books would you recommend to take to the beach or on holiday? Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.